We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. To break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10.
Hey, check, Mega.
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line, a pickup of 7.
Okay, ready?
2nd down and 3.
Here we go.
Slot receiver headed right. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 15. And the Jets first down.
Come on, set. Ready?
They'll run it out of the gun. And it's Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now an injury timeout, and that's Breece Hall, who is struggling a bit after that play. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That is catch number 60 for the season.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Ready, set.
They go back to Allen. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down.
Set, ready.
Working out of the gun, it's Travis. That's caught, left side, it's complete. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3. That's a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
Okay, right.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. Oh, he coughs up the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Trying to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Braylon Allen, touchdown Jets. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
Next to score, Jets 7, Buccaneers
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's go.
To throw is Lance. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
Now, faking the give. A throw left side. Going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal.
10. Ready.
They'll go with him again. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Braylon Allen. Touchdown, New York. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
Makes the score Jets 14, Buccaneers 0.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And they'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. To throw, here's Lance. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lance. And the reception for Chris Godwin. into space. And he will score. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession one. What are you going to do in response on possession two? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready, ready.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8.
Set, ready.
One quarter in the books. 14-7 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Look him up on a second down and 8.
Ready. Set, go.
On the give, this is Allen. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That's Chase Young off the edge with the tackle.
Ready.
3rd and 6.
Set, hut. Hut, hut.
From the shotgun, it's Travis. Quick throw here is complete. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need.
Let's go now.
But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Second down, Travis. That's to the right side. He's got Corley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here we go, set.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Here we go.
A first down throw for Travis. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Come on, set. Set.
On the ground, it's Allen. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Dax Hill up from the secondary to end the play. Here's 3rd and 2.
Set. Ready.
They'll go play action. Travis. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Ray going to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Down. Ready.
They'll run it. It's Irving. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready. Hut, hut.
Lance looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Pass thrown deep for Godwin. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. To the pylon, he's in. Trey Lance. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. He'll start at the 2. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. First and 10. They'll put a receiver in motion right. They look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. They'll run with Allen. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Travis to throw. That is going to be caught by the rookie wideout. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. That's Chase Young off the edge with the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Now Travis. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Come on, set.
To throw is Travis. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
The Jets will send out the field goal unit. This a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This is taken in at the goal line. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. Here's 1st and 10.
Down.
A give. This is Irving. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big game, and he picks up the first down.
Ready?
They'll go again here with Irving. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
2nd and 7.
Set. Ready. Blue check. Ready?
Right back to Irving. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On the ready. Ready. Punt.
Here's Lance. That is caught. He got Godwin. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
On the handoff, it's Irvin. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
That's another Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let's go now.
Here's a run. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal. Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Here we go. Set. Blue striker. Steel black. Set.
Throwing, Lance. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
Ready.
And not really anywhere to go there. He'll take this up only to the 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out.
Here we go.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
This fielded inside the 35. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
Ready up.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Set.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught down the field. He's got McMillan. They get an even 20 on that one. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
Down.
Lance. A throw right side. Going to be taken in by McMillan.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. Taking off, and the Bucs are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that first down.
And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Chris Godwin. Touchdown Buccaneers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs have taken the lead by a point here in the third. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Set, hut. Ready.
Travis now on 1st and 10. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Let's go now. 22 needle. Hut, hut.
Now a 2nd down throw for Travis. That's caught. It's Braylon Allen. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking out of the gun, it's Travis. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
The defense all over the little quick pass attempt, and they run him down for no gain on that one.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Here we go.
Travis. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. It's a gain of 10 yards. And the Jets have a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's a 2nd and 6. A carry here for Allen. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Ready, set.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
Down. Set.
Travis to throw. Quick throw, taken in. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. You know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Set. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Travis. Over the middle, that's Corley. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays.
Ready.
If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. The Bucs have it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway. Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
He's got the tight end there. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conserved. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, go.
They'll drop to throw. Back to the left side. Caught by McMillan. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa!
Okay, Frank.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
From the shotgun, it's Travis. Throwing right, it's taken in. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
Here's 2nd down.
Triple 38. Check 2. Check cut.
They'll stick to the ground. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd. And they'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. The offense having a tough time with this noise. It's 3rd and 6. He'll get this. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Now, here's a timeout. They will indeed take it with 5 seconds left. Chance for a field goal to win this game. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to win the game. So now a big spot coming here. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Black shot. Down. Ready.
Here we go. One final play. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Their late comeback bid comes up short as time has expired in this game. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.